Hey, Dr. Jill here from Wellness and Nutrition Center with Dr. Jill's Pearls, and we're going to do part 2 of the immune system. So we kind of talked already about what the immune system was composed of. Now I'm going to kind of explain how your body works with the immune system. So everyone usually always asks, what's a fever? What should I do for a fever? And here's what I say to everybody. A fever is your body's way of trying to kill a microbe. Most of these viruses, bacteria, parasites can live at a specific body temperature. They do real well around 98, 99, even 100. Once you start getting up to 102, 103, 104, they can no longer survive. So sometimes if we can let that fever go up, it's important. The body's also trying to heat itself up to get nutrients out of the muscles and out of the tissues. So it's trying to get some calcium, it's trying to get some proteins and some water. So we just want to watch for dehydration. Another thing a fever is doing, it's trying to wall off the iron, which the pathogens feed off of. So it's trying to take that blood and wall that off. Then also, when we raise the temperature, the white blood cells can move around better and they can get around faster. So trying to get that fever up is good. Now, when we're talking about viruses, that's kind of the thing that's been on everyone's mind. Viruses, we have to realize, are much smaller than cells. And they are going to get in the body through different ways, usually through cuts in your skin, nose, your eyes, think you breathe them in, that kind of stuff. When they get into the body, that's when they become active. Outside of the body, they are not active at all. So if they're on your grocery cart, if they're on your shoes, they're not active until they can get into a cell that they can hijack. So once they get into the body, they're going to look for specific cells. And so then they're going to get inside the cell, because if the cell membrane is weak, the virus can get inside, it can replicate itself. It kind of takes over the machinery that the body uses to replicate itself. Well, now the virus is using that and it's making copies of itself. Then those copies burst the cell open, they come out, and here we go. Now we got virus in the body, and now the immune system is in full force, supposed to be going after this. So instead of necessarily looking at what's going on with the microbe, I always say, let's help the body. And especially with what's going on right now, using hand soap. So remember, the virus has these proteins on the outside of their body, and they're just looking for a receptor site. Well, when you use soap, when you wash your hands thoroughly, the soap actually acts like an emulsifier, and it takes off some of those proteins so that the cell can no longer replicate itself. That's why when we're using antibacterial hand soap, that stuff you pump on your hands, that's actually not doing us any favor right now, because it's alcohol based, it's drying out our hands, it's killing bacteria. And remember, I said the skin emits a bacteria killing enzyme. Well, we don't want to kill that. That enzyme helps protect us from the rest of everyone else's bacteria and everyone else's things. So what I always recommend is this product, Smart Silver. This is 1,000 times smaller than colloidal silver. It's a nanoparticle silver. It does the same thing. It's going to help steal up to 2 electrons off the pathogen, so that now the pathogen can't replicate itself. So it pretty much kills it on contact. They come into the body, but they can't replicate. It resonates at the same frequency as germicidal UV light, and there's no side effects. So with this stuff, I have patients drink it. We can spray it on our hands, spray it on the grocery cart. It comes in a gel, it comes in sprays. So this is what we recommend for killing and helping the body with viruses. So the other thing about how do we prevent this? That's what we're talking about. And I always go back to what can we do? What we can do is we can help the cell membranes. The cell membranes, every cell has this membrane, and it's what permeates stuff into and out of the cell. Well, these viruses are getting onto the cells, and if the cells are sick or not healthy, the virus is going to have an easy time to get past the guards. What makes the cell's membrane healthy is dietary cholesterol. So these are things like organic eggs and grass-fed meat and good butters and good fats. What hurts the cell is going to be trans fats, vegetable oils, hydrogenated oils. That is going to make the cell membrane destabilized. Also, when you have high sugars, high blood sugar, high insulin in the blood sugar, that creates inflammation around the membrane. Or chronic stress, poor sleep, not a lot of movement makes inflammatory markers go up. Smoking, medications, age, all that. So our goal is to eat healthy foods, exercise, drink water, think well, wash your hands with soap. Remember that. And my verse for the day is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19 and 20. Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own, for you were bought with a price. So glorify God in your body. So let's do what we can do, which is take good care of our temple. Wash your hands with soap. But why should you never trust a bar of soap? Because it is full of lies. Okay, so wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Stay healthy and live your life well. See you next time.